Hey YouTubers, it's your girl Kimberly here, and I'm doing this video because there's a new show that came out last week on Hulu on a web series. It is called Stephen King's Castle Rock. And I'm a big horror fan, as you might can tell, but when I heard about the show, I thought maybe it'd be like American Horror Story, something like Ryan Murphy, stuff like that. So I need to quit rambling, sorry, and talk about, okay, for all those who don't know what Castle Rock is a town in Maine that in a lot of Stephen King books, he mentions them. Actually, there's one thing you might know from a movie. The prison is Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank. So, okay. So, within the first 10 minutes of the very first episode, I did a WTF. Okay. How it starts is the warden of the prison kills himself. And how he kills himself is just so jaw-dropping. He ties a rope around his neck and drives off the cliff, ripping his head off. I was like, I was like, WTF. And so while a couple of the guards was looking, they noticed there was a wing that shut down, and when they went in the wing, they found this kid. I really don't know if he's a kid and the kid is played by Bill Skarsgård, which I'm a huge Skarsgård family fan. I have my biggest celebrity crushes is his older brother Alexander. There was a movie that's filming now. I really wanted Bill to have that role, but he couldn't do it because he was filming it. Which, I'm sorry, Bill Skarsgård, you will always be my heart and sky for the after movie. I'm sorry, but they found the kid in a very box cage, and now they're trying to figure out who this kid is, why he was there, how long has he been there, and it's just so bizarre. To me, it's like, who in the world, why, out of all the places in the world to hide a child or a kid or a grown adult, a prison? Why? I mean, that just blows my mind. I mean, you don't even know how long he's been in the prison. Has he been in there the whole time? Was he in there? I mean, the kid, to me, I think is like, maybe, I'm going with like, I'm going to say like maybe mid-20s, maybe. I'm going with like 25, 26. Maybe around that age range. I mean, I know he's got to be younger than 30. So, and so he gives the people a name, and you turn out the name he gave them is a lawyer, and the lawyer has ties to the town because he was there. And I really like that the main character of the show is an African American man. And I mean, I'm not trying to sound like I'm not a bad person, but I really did like that idea that, because usually I'm trying to get my thought. It's just usually, I'm trying to think. A lot of Stephen King characters to me, or from what I picture and see stuff, is not usually an actor of color, and I just like the idea that the main character of the show is an African American man, and he's a lawyer, and I love that he works capital cases. He does death penalty cases, and it turns out that his name was the name the kid gave the people, and so he's trying to figure out, the kid, what's his name, how to get there, and the kid doesn't talk, he just knows who he is. And there's a guard who, I love that character, of the guard that kind of helps the kid, you know, because you find out within the first, because there's only been 4 episodes, that the prison is bad, you know, and I'm not just saying because criminals, you know, the guards treat the prisoners crap, you know. I don't even know if it's the lawyer or something was trying to get the kid killed, and because the warden, we got a new warden, she doesn't want anything to affect her because, like I said, she found this kid in the jail. I mean, I'm just going on about the kid in the jail, and so it's like you have this big scandal that could happen. This lawyer's trying to figure out, and this lawyer, Henry Deaver, which is the lawyer's name, he I'm trying to get when he was younger, which I'm gonna bring this back up, he was kidnapped for 11 days, and you don't know who kept him. People think he killed his dad, which I think in episode 2 or 3, you find out he didn't kill his dad. You find out somebody else killed his dad. And, you have these other, and more that goes to the lawyer and stuff. There's other characters in the show that's really good. Sissy Spacek, who played in Stephen King's Carrie. Oh, I was so glad that she came back to do Stephen King. She plays Henry's adopted mother. And I think she has dementia or something, because sometimes she doesn't know what she's doing or what she's saying and stuff like that. She plays Henry's mother, Ruth, and I'm telling you, Sissy Spacek doing Stephen King's again is amazing. She is so great. I mean, and I think it's so funny that in the flashback scene of her, she has her daughter playing her, which I think that's really funny. She plays like I said, she plays Henry's mother, and there's a scene with her and Henry where he's trying to, for 11 days while he was kidnapped when he was little, he doesn't know what happened. He doesn't know where he was, who took him, was he fed, was he taken care of, did they abuse him, and, they don't, he wants to know what happened, did his mom know that he was taken, and stuff like that, and it's just, and then, like, Henry has this childhood friend, she's got this kind of psychic ability and stuff like that, and sometimes she acts kind of kooky and stuff like that, and then there's another character, I can't remember what her name was. She likes really dark stuff. It's like she's in a church, but it's like if they have to do something for Shawshank, like they go and pray with criminals, she wants like the murderers and stuff like that. She likes the really dark and macabre people, and I really don't know much about that character. I'm trying to even think of her name. I think Henry's friend is named Molly. I think that's what her name is, but if I get the character's name wrong, I'm sorry. That shows how much I don't pay attention to those storylines. But in the last episode, Henry found a suspect that it could have kidnapped him, which was, his name was Vincent, and Ruth was talking about the character of Vincent, and she was talking about how his wife and child died in childbirth. And when I heard that story, and then I was putting the time and stuff like that, this is my theory, I could be wrong, I think that Bill Skarsgård's character, which he's the kid in the shelter, that he is Vincent's son, the one that Ruth said died in childbirth, because like I said before, she doesn't know what she's saying. She might have dementia or something like that. Or I could be saying the wrong diagnosis, dementia or something like that. She could be saying something and not know for sure if that's what happened. And then, because like I said, I think everything is tied up together. Every bad thing that happens in Castle Rock is tied together to something. And people think the kid is the devil and stuff like that. And which I do believe he's the devil, but I also believe that he's Vincent's son. And to me, the timeline of the kid's age and that kid baby's birth coexist. So I do believe that the kid is Vincent's son. That supposedly died in childbirth, but I don't think he died. I just think that the mom died in childbirth, and maybe the warden took him at a young age and kept him in the prison and stuff like that. We don't know, but I just feel like that bad stuff happened around the kid, and sometimes it's a good bad, and sometimes it's a whole shocking massacre. But I'm gonna try and not to talk so long about this because my video is getting too long. But I just wanted to let people of the horror fans or people who have Hulu or anything, this is a good show. Anybody who likes Stephen King, anybody who is a fan of horror TV shows, check Castle Rock out. It is great. It comes on Wednesdays at midnight. The new episodes come out. There is 4 episodes already out. There's 6 more to go. That means 10 will be total. This is Kimberly Jones signing off. And remember to check me out on Twitter at Demonic Ruby, or check me out on Instagram at misskimberly.jones at 1114. Guess what? Peace!